Hi, my name's Tammy. Sorry that I am a few minutes late. I had a few technical difficulties, but hopefully we are on and good and ready to go. So welcome to class this evening. Again, my name is Tammy, and I am a yoga instructor, and I teach yoga classes at Holistic Bodyworks. So I'm glad you came this evening. So we're go for about 45-50 minutes, and then I'll bring you down to your mat and we'll do a guided meditation to finish out the evening. So before we get started, you will need a strap. If you do not have a strap at your house, grab like a towel or a belt, and that will help. It just helps us when we are trying to reach our hands to our feet and we can't reach. It just helps bring that body part closer. Also, if you have a block, that will be helpful. If you don't have a block, maybe it's just a blanket that you can fold up that's not too squishy but can have some firmness. That will be helpful as well. So, come on down to your mat and let's sit in easy seat. So just fold your legs up, shimmy a little bit, so you're sitting nice and flat on your sits bones. You want shoulders stacked over hips and kind of draw your belly up and in. You can rest your hands on your knees. And then go ahead and close your eyes. Just settle into your space. Start to notice your breath. You don't need to change it yet, just start to notice it. If your eyes are flickering a lot back and forth behind your eyelids, it often means that your brain is very busy. So see if you can quiet your thoughts in your mind. See if you can get that flickering in your eyes to start to go away. I know that we are in uncertain times we haven't been in before, and a lot of our stress and anxiety is just really peaking. So be gentle with yourself and with others, and let's see if we can just take this hour together to slow down, to breathe deeply, connect with our body. Keep breathing. If you'd like, let's add in just some shoulder rolls. So roll your shoulders up, back and away, and just do a few more on your own time. Anytime you want, you can switch and go from back to forward. So tonight we're going to focus on our feet, but we're also going to kind of add that into our root chakra. So chakras there's 7 main chakras, which are kind of energy circles that run along your spine. And the first chakra is at the base of your spine. It's called the root chakra. It's also called the Muladhara. So this is a great one for where we are right now because it helps to ground us and feel stable. So just shrug your shoulders for a moment. You're welcome to open your eyes at any time, but also during class you're welcome to close them anytime. Drop your right ear down to your right shoulder. Then gently drop your chin down to your chest. And then kind of feel yourself pressing your shoulders down. And can you feel a lengthening just along the top of your spine? And then roll left ear over to left shoulder. And gently go back to center. And then just do this for a moment on your own. Just kind of do some gentle neck rolls. So an intention I offer for class today is about our root chakra. I am grounded, stable, and secure. So you're welcome to repeat that to yourself anytime you would like. Inhale, circle sweep your arms up and overhead. And then when you're ready, side body stretch over to your right. Gaze can go up. Come back up through center and then over to your left. And just enjoy the stretches. Let's do it again. If you come to a spot in class that just feels fabulous, then you are welcome to stay. You don't need to always stay with me. You can do a little more, you can do a little less. Let's do a little back bend here. So cactus out your arms and then gaze goes up. Just gentle. Have your shoulders pressing down and gaze is up. And then inhale, arms up. And then exhale, bring hands to heart center. Beautiful. Let's come down to our back. Hopefully you'll be able to see me. Filming yoga is a little tricky because we lay down, we sit, and then we stand. So come on down to your back. Hug your legs up into your chest. You can reach for opposite elbows or just hold on below your knees onto your shins. Just kind of hug them in. And then gently rock from side to side. And just massage out your low back. Go quite deep in your rocks if you want. Let your elbow come down to the floor a little bit as you rock to a side for some support. Alright, and then let's add on. So we need to grab those straps. So finding your strap, a towel or a belt, whatever you have. Alright, let your left leg go down straight on the mat. Toes are pointed up. You're going to take your strap and put it on the ball of your right foot, and then kick your right foot up. If you can reach your feet without the strap, that's great, but if you're straining at all, use your strap. That's why we have it. Alright, if you want, you can just hold on with both hands or one. Point your toes, point your right toe towards maybe your right eye, right ear. And then we're just going to gently pull back towards your body. So on a lot of these stretches today, you want to come to your edge. So you want to feel it. You definitely want to feel sensation. But you don't want to feel any sharp pain. So if you start to feel sharp pain, back out. Don't do quite so much. All right, set a little movement. Can you just turn your toes so they're headed towards your right shoulder? It'll change just a little bit about how you feel it on the back of your leg. Point those toes back towards your face. All right, bring your toes back through center. And now just gently point your toes towards your left shoulder. So leg is still staying up. It's just real subtle movements as you move those toes. Different parts of the muscle start to stretch out. And we've been here for a few moments, so if you want, can you pull your leg in a little bit more? All right, come back through center. All right, we're going to open it up. So get your left hand out to give you some support. And then open your right leg all the way down. It doesn't have to come to the floor. If it does, that's great, but it doesn't have to. And then gaze over to your left. So you start to feel this opening now, really on the back side of your thigh. Quite a big stretch there. And then just make sure you're breathing. Alright, when you're ready, bring that right leg back up to center. And now we're going to switch hands. So put the strap in your left hand, right arm goes down to the floor, and now cross that right leg over your body. So now we're adding a spinal twist. And again, maybe your leg comes to the floor, maybe it doesn't, totally fine. And then switch your gaze. So now gaze is to the right and your leg is to the left. If this is feeling okay and comfortable, you can start to pull that foot up closer to your face. let's switch and do the other side. So bring your right leg up to center first. Gently release the strap. Let's hug our legs in just for a moment, kind of reset that spine. All right, other side. Let your right leg go straight and lay down on your mat. Use your strap again or a towel or about whatever you have. Hook it over the ball with your left foot and straighten out. You can hold the strap in one hand or both, whatever you like, whatever feels good. And then we're just going to linger here for a few moments. So that left toe is pointing, left big toe is kind of pointing, lined up with your left eye, your left ear, right around that spot. Okay, gently open just a little, point your toes towards your left shoulder. Feel a change in the stretch. See if you can pull it a little bit closer. And I am pulling, so I'm flexing my bicep, using that little extra strength to get a tighter stretch, deeper stretch than I would be able to do without my strap. Okay, bring those toes through center, and then gently just turn the toes a little bit so they're pointing towards the right shoulder, and you should feel a change in where you feel that stretch. Alright, let's open it up. So bring those toes back to center, and then gently, carefully open that leg up. Doesn't have to touch the floor. You can pull it up though. Use your biceps. Pull it up a little closer to your face, to your body if it doesn't hurt. Right arm extended out and then gaze that way. On an inhale, come up through center, and then let's switch. So switch hands. So now right hand has the strap. Let your left hand kind of lay down out on the floor. And now gently cross that left leg over your body. You're going to twist and then gazing to the left. And again, foot might come to the floor, it might not, totally fine. If your blocks are really handy, you can place a block underneath that left ankle, but you can just hold it in space, whatever feels good. When I first started doing yoga, these poses, we call them yin poses, where you hold them for a while, were my least favorite, but now I really like them. I like to feel that sensation in my body. It helps to quiet my mind. Alright, when you're ready, inhale that left leg up, a little closer. Nice, okay. Release your strap off to the side. We will use it again later. Hug your legs up into your chest. Rock side to side for just a moment. Maybe you can hug your knees in a little closer. Keep breathing. And then press your low back down into the mat for a moment as well. Kind of massage out where our root chakra is. Alright, then let's just roll up to seated. So you can roll over and get yourself up, or if you want a little more, rock forward and back. And then come up to seated position, and we will move on. So let's come over onto our belly. However you want to get there. And let's come to Sphinx pose. So for Sphinx pose, we want our forearms on the mat, as Spread your fingers wide and your arms are making a number 11. And then you kind of hug your legs together. Tops of your feet are on the mat. They're not lifting off. And then I like to shimmy a little bit and try to get my shoulders down so I'm not hunching, I'm not collapsing, right? I'm lifting up. And then my gaze is maybe 8 inches in front of me. And I spread my fingers wide. Sometimes I rock a little here. If you sit a lot, sometimes we get tightness and pain in our low back, and I can feel this one as I do a little arch back here. And you can find some stillness. Let's bring it down a little bit and do cobra pose. So for cobra, our legs are the same, but make sure you keep the tops of your feet on the mat. They're gonna wanna lift up. So elbows are bent and hugged in close to your rib cage. Hands are on the mat, and then we lift up. But the work is with our back. Excuse me, so to double check that, lift your hands up off of the mat. They're just there for placement. They're not really doing any of the work. So this is a cobra. And kind of tuck your chin in. All right, lower down for a minute. Let's alternate and come back to Sphinx. So a little bit of adjusting with our arms. So now we're back to Sphinx pose. Arms are making a number 11. And feel that arch right here along your lumbar spine, which is often where if you're sitting, you're going to have some pain. All right, let's lower down and do cobra again. So keep your feet on, tops of your feet on the mat. They're going to want to lift up. Use your hands just lightly, and lift yourself up. Good, and lower down. We're going to extend this a little bit more and come to seal pose. So you're going to open your legs, but again, keep the tops of your feet on the mat. Keep your hands where they were for cobra, but now we're going to push up. And if you can straighten your arms, that's great. So the tops of my feet are on the mat, my knees are on the mat, my thighs are starting to lift because I'm bending. And then get your elbows and your forearms around your bosom. They're back by your rib cage, and the arms are straight. Gentle with wrists. Might feel this on your wrist, but again, we're getting a little bit of a back bend in our low back. See if you can stay here for another round of breath. Nice, and then let's alternate and get up to down dog. So go ahead and tuck your toes, plant your hands, and then hips go high for our down dog. In down dog, go ahead and pedal out your legs. Bend one knee and then the other. You can sway your hips from side to side. Spread your fingertips wide. You want to use all the space on your fingers. And then your gaze is towards your knees or your thighs. And you're really pressing your chest towards your thighs. You want to get your hips nice and high. So this is our down dog. Just stay for a moment and enjoy it. All right, if you'd like, lift up high on your tiptoes and then press your heels down. Just get a little bit of movement. Inhale high up on your toes and exhale, pressing down. Nice. Press your chest a little closer to your thighs. Keep breathing. On your next inhale, come high up on your tiptoes. And this time, walk your feet up to your hands and then stay in a forward fold. In your forward fold, big toes can touch each other or feet can be hip distance apart, whatever feels good for you. And we'll come to ragdoll pose. So reach for opposite elbows. Your arms are going to frame your head. Your head will hang heavy. Then you can shake your head yes, nod your head yes, shake your head no. You can sway your torso from side to side like an elephant trunk. And when you sway, really see if you can feel the stretch on the opposite hip of the direction you're swaying. So when we first start doing yoga, These forward folds are pretty uncomfortable, but over time, hopefully they will become more comforting. If you want, you can let your fingertips come down to the mat or just hang heavy, whichever works for you. And then let's walk our fingertips. So walk your fingertips over to your right, bend your right knee, left leg is straight or a knee can be bent, and then you're going to feel this stretch along the outside of your left hip. And kind of pull a little bit so you feel the stretch more. Alright, walk your fingertips to center and then over to your left. So right leg is straight, left knee is bent, or modify, bend them both if you need to. And then kind of stretch, pull a little bit so you feel this stretch. Alright, I'm going to turn back so we're facing the same way. So you should be facing the short edge of your mat, and we're going to come to a low lunge. So step your right foot back, left foot is between your hands in a lunge, and then just rock forward and back. You can stay tented on your fingertips. If you have the space, you can come down to palms, and you're just rocking forward and back for a moment. All right, let's come out for a moment. So go ahead and lower your right knee down. So you have some options here. You can skip this if you have knee problems. You could also put a blanket underneath this knee if you needed a little more support. You can keep your right toes tucked or untucked, whatever is most comfortable for you. And then let's just rise up and interlace our fingers over our left knee. And then press in a little bit deeper. So just gently press. And again, for knee problems, you can skip this for a moment. Or try some extra padding under that knee. But we'll be here for a few moments. Alright, if we want to add a little bit of balance, find your balance, start to get your hands off of your feet, and then see if you can get arms up and overhead. So a nice modified lunge here. Shoulders down and away from your ears. And just breathe for a moment. Alright, let's release our fingertips down to the mat, but stay here. We're going to come to half splits. So you want to bring your right hip over your right knee, and then we're going to straighten our left leg. And we're going to press our heel down into the mat, toes are back towards your face. I'm on my fingertips here. You could also place 2 blocks if you wanted to hold on to blocks here. So what we want to do is try to lengthen the spine, lengthen from this low back, find a lengthening, and then a folding. And whatever depth you come to is fine, right? All of our bodies are different, they all look different. We're looking for the same sensation, the same feeling and stretching in our body, but it's going to look different with everybody. I find this pose to be pretty awkward and uncomfortable, so if you feel that, you're doing it right. Good job. And then see if you can lengthen your spine, get your head closer to your toes lengthwise, and then fold. And then keep breathing. This one's pretty hard, I think. If you're watching and you do splits, this is a good time to come to full splits. But for the rest of us, half splits is great. And then let's twist just a little bit. So we're going to take our hands over to the left. So on the side with our long straight leg. And then just twist a little bit. Try to gaze over that left shoulder. You'll feel this stretch along here start to intensify as we're twisting. Alright, let's come back to center. And then we're oh so gracefully going to switch sides. So come to our low lunge, lift that knee up, step forward. Come to forward fold for just a moment, pedal out your legs. And then let's switch. So right leg stays where it is, left leg goes back. And then let's rock forward and back. So you can tense your fingers, or palms can come down if you have the depth for that. And then rock forward and back. Just feeling some stretching. If you're down on your palms, you'll feel some stretching in your wrists. And then you should be feeling it along the top of your left thigh. Alright, then let's drop that left knee. So again, you can keep toes tucked or untucked, wherever you need for balance. If this left knee is not a good knee, you can skip this part or put your blanket underneath for a little extra support. If you're feeling balanced, let's come up. Interlace fingers on the top of your knee. And then you can just add a little more pressure and feel yourself go a little bit deeper. In these moments of holding the poses, it's a good time to come back to our intention. I am grounded, stable, and secure. Alright, start to release the pressure with your hands, find your balance, and then arms come up and overhead. Make sure your shoulders are down, we're not hunching up by our ears, bring them down. Sometimes if you dial your pinkies in towards midline, it helps to give you some space for shoulders to go down. And then let's come to half splits. So fingers around your front foot. Shift back so that your left knee is stacked, or your left hip rather is stacked over your left knee. Then right leg is straight. Press your heel down, actively pressing, and then toes are back towards your face. And see if you can lengthen your spine, lengthen from the small of your back all the way up, and then fold forward. Some bodies this is easier for, but that's okay. Right? We're all working at different places. And if stuff starts to shake, good job. While you're here, try to press your right hip back away from you and your left hip forward, but just little. Tiny subtle movement so that those hips stay aligned and lined up with each other. Again, if you can do splits, now's a good time. Full splits on this side. But the rest of us are happy with our half splits. Come up just a little bit and then we'll twist on this side. So both hands go over to the right on the outside of the straight leg, and then we just add a twist. You can stay low, or you can put your blocks under your hands. It just takes a little bit longer to get to the pose, but totally fine. Alright, let's come back through center. You're going to want to plant your hands. Start to bring that right foot all the way down. Lift up on your left toes. And then step forward to forward fold. And then pedal out your legs. And I'm going to turn towards you so you can see our next pose. So our next pose is chair pose, Utkatasana. So, let your fingers graze the mat, bend your knees, and bring your torso up. So you're sitting back in a chair. You want to look down and see your toes. If you can't see your toes, sit back a little bit further. You also want the weight in your heels, so lift your toes up and place them back down. Good, so chair pose. Again, you can dial your pinkies in, and that helps get shoulders away from ears. Let's come to drinking bird. So fly your arms back behind, palms are down, and then come up on your toes. Knees are still bent, it's still like you're sitting in a chair. Good. And then standing up, sorry, you're losing my head, to Tadasana, well extended mountain. And forward fold down. And let's do that little sequence again. So inhale, chair pose. Check down, see your toes. Sitting back in your chair. Coming to drinking bird, fly your arms back behind, palms are down, come up on your toes. Even if it's a little lift, that's great. And then inhale up, heels come down, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold down. Let's do it one more time. Inhale to chair pose. Sit back in your chair, make sure you can see your toes. On your next inhale, we're going to come to drinking bird, arms fly behind, get those triceps behind your back. Come up on your toes, see if you can come a little higher. And then inhale, extended mountain, drop your heels down, arms come up. And then hands to heart center. All right, let's move on to goddess pose. So for goddess pose, we're going to open up our legs. Let your toes point out to opposite ends or kind of opposite corners of your room. And heels in a little bit. For goddess pose, we're going to squat down. So fullest expression, we want hips in line with knees. That's pretty hard to maintain. So find wherever is maintainable. You're going to start to feel it burning in your thighs. And then we want elbows in line with shoulders, and then palms are up. So this is goddess. Nice. And then come up to star. So just straighten your legs, and you're just spreading your fingertips wide. And then exhale, come back down to goddess. And then inhale up to star. And exhale to goddess. And let's stretch a little bit here. So you can put your hands just on the inside of your thigh and press into your left thigh and kind of look over to the right. And come through center and go the other way. Nice. Come back through center. Let's take a little break. Inhale, star. Good. One more time for goddess. Good. Inhale, star. And then wide-legged forward fold. So you're going to turn your toes so they're pigeon-toed a little bit. Arms to a T. As you exhale, start to fold forward. Keep your spine straight and your arms to a T for as long as you can. And then once you kind of come to your depth, relax down and hang heavy. Hands can come to a block or just hang heavy. If you like, you can open up your stance and come a little bit deeper. Again, toes are pigeon-toed in just a little bit. But if that's uncomfortable on shins, then they can just go forward. And let's just stay here for a moment. Keep breathing. Nice. Good pose to open up our root chakra as we're folding forward. All right, when you're ready, let's inhale, back up to star. All right, we're going to do a couple of balance poses. Tree pose. So, for tree pose, let's start with our right leg as our base, but you can be opposite of me, no problem. I like to start with my hands at heart center. My right leg is going to be my tree trunk. Then left leg are your branches. So they can stay here as a kickstand. My toes are actually still on the ground to kind of help balance. If you need a little more balance, head over by a wall. Hold on to a wall. You can also bring your leg up to your shin. Avoid your knee. You can bring it into your inner thigh. I have to use my hand to help. Hands to heart center. A couple of thoughts here. Use the toes on your standing foot to kind of grip the mat like you would with fingers. And then find something to look at in front of you, maybe 4 or 5 feet in front of you. It's called a drishti, a non-moving spot. Then when you're ready, grow your branches. I'm sorry, my hands disappear. then just breathe. This is going to be our great pose for the evening for our root chakra. We're grounding down into the earth. We are grounded. If you fall out, no big deal. Come back in again. And really grip those toes. Feel that foot anchoring into your mat, into the earth. Good. And then exhale. Alright, let's kind of shake those legs out. We'll do the other side. So switch legs, hands to heart center. My left foot is my tree trunk, and then my right foot is going to be my branches here. Kickstand. Shin. Inner thigh. Hands to heart center again. Use those toes. Grip, grip, grip the mat. Find your drishti. Breathe nice and deep. And then whenever you're ready, you can grow your branches. I like to spread my hands really wide and take up space up there. Tree is a good pose for balancing of energy. So as our roots are going down, it's our masculine energy. And then as we're bringing up nutrients and life from the ground is our feminine energy. Keep breathing. Come back in if you fell out. Alright, bringing hands to heart center. Releasing your feet and pedal out. Alright, let's find our strap. Welcome to have a drink anytime if you need one. Alright, so this next pose is a little bit tricky. I'm going to set my strap for a minute. So, I'll show you two levels. First level is right leg up, hands interlaced. This is a great place. If you want to go a little further, we're going to use our strap. Put it underneath our right foot. Strap in your right hand. Kick your foot out. I'll turn to the side. So I'm using my strap. Hold on with my right hand. Kick my foot out. Left hand can come to hip. If you have the flexibility and you want, you can do peace fingers to big toes and extend out. So it's called extended hand to foot. So again, pretty tricky balance pose. Any level that speaks to you. Even right here is good because it adds to that balance. So stay for another round of breath. And then let's come out. Okay, let's do the other side. So left side, find your depth. So fingers interlaced under your knee. And sometimes balance works, sometimes it doesn't, right? If you want to do a little more, get that strap. Goes around the ball of your foot. Kick it out. Or look, you can use both hands too. I can always remember. Or you can get peace fingers around that left big toe and kick it out. So, whatever is working for you today, try to find your balance and breathe. And then come out. Beautiful. Very good job. I just have to turn my page, find my notes of where I want us to go next. Alright, have a drink if you would like. Now we're going to come back down to the mat. Grab your block if you would like. And we're going to come to hero's pose. So we're going to open up our legs and sit between our legs. If this is uncomfortable, sit on a block and get yourself some height. So your heels are on the outside of your glutes, sitting on a block or a blanket. If you can come all the way down, that's great. And if it feels okay, you want your knees to touch. But if that's hurting, open it up because this is pretty hard on your knees. We won't stay here long because this is a pretty hard pose. All right, if you're feeling okay, you got your heels on the outside of your glutes, you might be on a block, knees are together, then we can go down a little bit. Put your hands back behind, fingers towards your body, and start to feel that stretch. You'll feel it along your thighs. Stay here. If you're comfortable, come down to forearms. And if you know where you're going, you can go all the way down onto your back. But I have found most people can't do that. So find your depth, and that's okay. And then let's come back out. This one I try not to linger in too long. It's pretty rough on some people's knees. All right, gently lift yourself up and extend legs out in front of you. Find that strap again. We use this strap a lot. So shimmy a little bit. So you're sitting on your sits bones. Sit up nice and tall. See if you can engage your core. Shoulders over hips, nice and straight. Toes back towards by your face. We're going to inhale, arms up and overhead. And then exhale, lengthen and fold forward. So a seated forward fold. If toes are not accessible yet, use that strap. And we'll stay here for just a moment. You can hold on to the balls of your feet, but again, if you have low back strain or pain, shift and hold on to your heels, and you'll feel the stretch shift and change down into your low back. I like that variation. And make sure you keep breathing. Then on an inhale, coming back up. Let's take our right leg and bring the inside of your the bottom of your right foot to the inside of your left thigh. On an inhale, arms go up and overhead. And then as you exhale, folding forward, it's a one-legged seated forward fold. And again, strap is an option. Bring your rib cage to just the inside of your left thigh. After you've been here for around a breath or two, see if you can go a little deeper. On an inhale, come back up. Let's do the other side. So right leg out straight, and then bring the sole of your left foot to the inside of your right thigh. Adjust as you need to. Inhale, arms up and overhead. And exhale, a one-legged forward fold. Bring the soles of our feet to touch. It's called bound angle. So soles of the feet touch. Knees are open. You can bring it in really close or farther out, whatever's comfortable. And then let's just spend a moment here with our feet. So see if you can kind of open your feet. You can interlace your fingers between your toes. And spread them open. If you want, you can massage the balls of your feet for a moment, the pads of your toes. Use our feet, ground us to the earth, help provide stability. Feet are really important in so many poses in yoga. I think we take our feet for granted a lot. Just a moment more. let's head down to our mat. We're going to come to our back again. Finish up and get ready for our guided meditation. Alright, so when you're ready, soles of your feet are on the mat, knees are pointed up, and you're going to slowly lower down to your back. Once you're on your back, hug your legs up into your chest again. We're back where we started. You can hold on again to your shins below your knees. Gently rock from side to side. Then we'll do a supine twist. So let your arms go out to a T. Let your knees fall over to the right. So you're going to stack your right knees, stack your hips, and then gaze goes over to the left. I give my life to you. On an inhale, come back up through center. Kind of reset that spine. And then let's twist the other direction. So arms to a T. Let your knees fall over to the left. Stack your knees, stack your hips, twist in the spine, and then gaze over to the right. You can close your eyes if you'd like, or just a soft gaze. On an inhale, come back up through center. If you want, you can come to a yogi ball. So we're going to squeeze in everything really tight and see if you can touch your forehead or your nose or chin to your knees. Hug everything in tight and then release. Alright, last pose, happy baby. So let your knees come open wide and head towards the floor. You're going to bring your hands in between your legs. I like to grab onto peace fingers. And then I just kind of rock for our peace fingers around big toes. And then I just rock from side to side. Sometimes I pull a little bit to pull my knees closer to the floor. So as we finish up here, if there's any other poses you would like or you feel like you need this evening to feel balanced and finish off your practice, you are welcome to take them. You're also welcome to linger here in Happy Baby. So in just a moment after I moved you to your final Shavasana, I'm going to have you lay on your mat, but I'm going to sit up and do our guided meditation. And then when we're done with our guided meditation, I will bring you out of your Shavasana so you'll know that class is over. Alright, so let's get everybody to our final Shavasana. So we're going to lay down flat on our mat, kind of adjust. Let your legs go out wide. Let your toes fall open, take up plenty of space. Then arms down at your side, but again take up space, palms are up. Then shimmy shoulder blades underneath your back. You're welcome to go ahead and close your eyes. Relax your eyebrows, relax your forehead. Relax your jaw. Relax the muscles. All the little muscles along your face. You can let your tongue drop away from the roof of your mouth. You can even let your teeth separate. So come back to our mantra, I am grounded, stable, and secure. Take some deep breaths. As you breathe in, see your body fill with the purest of white silvery light. As you exhale, feel all the tension and stress of the day leave your body and melt away. See a funnel of pure white light descend from above and enter your body through the top of your head. As you inhale, your body fills with this silvery white pure light. As you exhale, your body feels relaxed, heavy, and free from anxiety. Continue to see this column of pure energy fill your body entirely as you inhale. And then feel all the stress and anxiety leave your body as you exhale. Once you feel yourself totally enveloped with this pure white light, you will notice a soft, small glow at the base of your spine. Start to move your focus to your Muladhara, your root chakra. It's beginning to open. Visualize her as a flower with the petals slowly folding back and opening to greet the sun. Now imagine you are in a beautiful field. You can feel the wind on your face. You can hear the birds singing and feel the rays of the sun. You see a mountain ahead and start to walk toward it. When you arrive at the base of the mountain, you see an entrance, a small opening. Within this opening, you see a red tint of light, and you know you must explore further. Step forward and enter the mountain cave. There's a red light within, and it beckons you. Suddenly, within the mountain, you see a mountain chamber. The cave is cool and tranquil. You notice the entire space is circular and that it rises to a sharp peak at the top. It shines down in a brilliant red radiance and lights a massive rock in the center of the chamber. You walk over to the rock and notice it is smooth and flat on the top. You climb and sit cross-legged. You feel the red radiance of the sunlight enter through the top of your head and penetrate deep into your body. As the red light of Muladhara grows, you see and feel her pure, rich, ruby red energy filling your entire being. It fills you and surrounds you, and you feel waves of happiness, contentedness, and security envelop you. Now it is time to rest in this awareness. The awareness that all is good and right and safe. You are secure. You are connected to the earth and the universe. Once you feel the time is right, you can rise from the middle of the mountain and walk out of the cavern. You are one with the earth. You are grounded, stable, and secure. When you're ready, start to bring a little movement to your body. Maybe you you wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. You can gently rock your head from side to side. Maybe you even lick your lips or swallow. Then when you're ready, gently roll onto your favorite side and come to the fetal position, position of new birth, new beginnings. And when you're ready, you can gently ease yourself back up to easy seat. Seated position, you're welcome to open your eyes or keep them closed. And rest your hands just gently on your knees. Hopefully you found some quiet and calm this evening. We are grounded, stable, and secure. Again, my name is Tammy. Thank you for joining me and sharing your practice with me today. You're welcome to bring hands to heart center, and I bow to you. Namaste. And then I'll try to stop the video and we'll see if I have success. Thank you for coming.